Okay, everybody, so we're actually going to give you a tour of the property. Okay, guys, we are on the south line of my property here. And you see us drive down that driveway in other videos. So this is the far south part of the property. And we're going to show you a little bit of our layout in person. So that area actually down there goes to where my son's RV is, and I'm not taking you down there because he likes his privacy. Unlike his mother, who just puts it all out there on YouTube. Okay, so this dirt road continues on to the shipping container, and right there is where the barn and garage is going. And I think you can see the sawmill way down there. And then we have the horse trailer and some junk. This area right here where the horse trailer is, there will be a circle drive put in that way. So the sawmill area is directly in front of, right there is where the barn will go. And I really think we're going to leave the sawmill right there. We'll probably end up building a cover for it because it works really well setting the logs up here to be able to just roll them down onto the sawmill. This is going to be the new driveway. We're going all the way up to the end of the world. And the old driveway's way up there behind the garage area. So we decided to move the driveway over here so that we actually wouldn't have to move the sawmill, as funny as that seems, because that just works out so well right there with getting loading the logs on. And since we do not have a tractor or anything, we definitely need to think about that as far as where we're putting the sawmill. So the driveway is going to end up coming this direction. So that tree is going to come down and be part of our barn build. And this driveway is going to go up into that way, right there where Kimmy's standing next to that dead tree. And we'll go back to where the RV actually is. Okay, that's the tree Kimmy was standing in front of. Right there is the barn. Right there is the sawmill. This is a driveway we currently use, but will be gone eventually. And there's where we parked the RV. There's the tiny panther. Hi, Bobby. What are you doing, kitty cat? Oh, your best friend Kimmy? Okay, so this is the current driveway that we use. Right there is the RV. So where we have what we like to call the old garden, which is right there. So this whole space that the old garden is in is where eventually the barn dominium will go. And that will be the view from the house. So it's going to be probably a minimum of 3 years before that house actually goes in, unless we win the lottery. And then it'll go in sooner. But I just love this view. This is what we call the end of the world. You'll hear us say that in videos. We're out at the edge of the world. This is the edge of the world, we call it. So eventually this whole space up here is going to be landscaped as just a really great sitting area. It's one of our favorite spots, isn't it? We love it.
First thing in the morning with coffee or the end of the day.
Yeah, it's absolutely the best.
Peaceful.
As soon as we're not in a burn ban and we can have a bonfire on in the pit right there and grill burgers, it's amazing.
Oh, wait, I have a question.
What?
Okay, guys, how many of you actually have this pit or have seen this pit? Because I know 2 other people that have the same pit that Heather has.
Legitimately. Let's go look at it. Close up. So you guys, before we get to that, so I want to put some sort of ground cover. Would you do gravel? Would you do brick or anything like that? Tell me in the comments what you would actually put, because I'm still planning that out. So this is my fire pit that Kimmy and Kira got me for my birthday last year. Who has that? Because it's a popular one. I love it though, and we've cooked on it a few times and it's amazing. So you can see the shipping container there in the back. That will eventually be the backyard of the barn-dominium when it goes in. So it will eventually be a canning kitchen and a guest space and all of those things. So let me see if I can orient you. There's the RV. This is all of our hay that we just got. That's our tool shed. And then the shipping container. From the shipping container, if you continue to go north, there's our ducks and the chicken coop and the garden and greenhouse, the rabbit pen, and the goats that think they need second breakfast.
And then Kimmy.
Then Kimmy. So, and way back there is Schweitzer Mountain. So we can watch skiers at night. And then back to the edge of the world. So that is basically everything that we have so far cleared and built and done the things. So when you see our videos, now you might kind of know where we're at and what we're doing. It's something you guys have asked us for a while to do, to actually let you know where we are on the property, because apparently we confuse people.
It's not hard to do. I mean, honestly, when I was watching our videos before I moved here, I was confused. So it's just being out in a different land. You can't. It's really hard to show. And everybody that's come out here says, wow, it's so different than what I thought it would be. But I hope that helps you kind of orientate yourself on the property. We are probably about 500 feet into the property, and so going north is the rest of the 73 acres, which we're going to go look at now. Okay, so one of the questions we get asked a lot is, can we pump water from the lake that's you guys see in the video? And we cannot. We do not own that lake. It is not accessible from the property, so we just get to look at it and love on it, but we cannot take water from it. Okay, from the edge of the world
To the north.
To the north, we head this direction and down this little pathway that was conveniently built for us by our friend with his tractor, is the bees. I have the bees facing north, as that is what is recommended. And I do have them tucked amongst the brush back here. so that it keeps them from having a whole lot of direct sun on them, and also a little bit of a wind guard. I don't know, how far do you think this is from the edge of the world?
I would say 250 feet.
So it's about 250 feet. That's the garden. Just to reorient you, there's Heather. And there's the edge of the world. And sorry to get y'all dizzy, but here are the bees kind of tucked back in the corner. Once again, they're facing east. All of this around them helps prevent the wind from tearing them up, and it gets pretty darn windy out this way.
And you can see the greenhouse from here. So next year there'll be a ton of things growing right here for the bees to pollinate and, you know, come in and get all the good things that they need for their honey.
And that's another reason that we put the bees where we did. And there's the greenhouse right there. One of them. And Tiny Panther is following us.
Yeah, we're supposed to be trekking into the woods. So that basically is why I tell people you actually don't have to have a huge amount of land. I would say we probably really use a maximum of 5 acres here. And that's with our animals and our livestock. So, you know, it's great to have a lot of land just because you don't have to have your neighbors super close to you. But if you're looking for property, 5 acres to do a mini homestead is enough. And you can definitely, if you're in a neighborhood where other people are doing things, like one person could have rabbits and quail and do a whole bunch of gardening, and another person can have, you know, goats and sheep, and you guys can barter and swap. It would be amazing to find a place like that. But this is basically the area when you see us in videos doing things. This is what you see of the property. In the next video, we're actually going to hunt an area for Kimmy's house. So if you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe and you like and you comment.
And share with your friends.
Yeah. And come back so that you can see exactly where we're going to put Kimmy's house. We think. We haven't, it's not 100%, but it's in our mind. That's where we want to put it. And we'll tell you more about what we're going to build for her place.
So follow along.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Bye.